Sri Lanka. This is Yasmin Yusuf for the Yes Homegrown Top 15 and Yes Homegrown. And right now I have with me two people who you don't really need an intro to because they have made Sri Lanka proud. Like I keep saying all the time, there was never an international scene without a local one. And Testament is right here. The two of them are sitting right in front of us. Thanks to your support, thanks to our neighbors' support and the world support, they are here on the international stage as well as the local one. How are you two feeling today?
Amazing.
I'm great. Thanks, Yasmin. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, man, thanks for having us.
I mean, this is so cool. I finally get to sit down and have a chat with you after what seemed to be such a crazy journey from July till now. I mean, from the release of Manike Magehite to the Indian tour, so you getting signed on to the Bollywood people to, man, so much has happened. But how are you feeling?
It's been overwhelming, but the journey has been really great, especially for our team. It has been an amazing time and we are looking forward for more.
Man, I can imagine. So you are the manager of a rising star. That must have been something for you, huh?
Yes, well, I think this is something we always dreamt about. We were never prepared for it. So when it actually happened, like she said, it was overwhelming, but at the same time, we were very excited. So I think it fell in place.
Which I absolutely love because you two work like such an amazing team, man. The synergy you guys have as artist and manager, what's not to love about that? That's like what most artists and managers dream of, you know?
It's
a very tough manager.
And we have a lot of
fights.
Yeah.
This is exclusive stuff right here.
What you see is it's okay, but then behind the scenes it's
it's always a fight.
It's war.
Oh my gosh. But I hope it's not a crazy war. I hope that never happens between the two of you.
Hopefully.
It's mostly about the calendar and, I double book her sometimes and, those things happen.
Yeah.
I mean, that's normal. I mean, especially when you're overwhelmed, right? That's a word.
I can't give an excuse, right?
Chocolates?
I'm working on it.
But it makes sense at the end of the day.
Chocolates? Does he make up with that?
I think you should.
Pressure's on right now. Yo, so Manike Magehite, right? This was your first 100 million. This was your first of many, many things. But I gotta admit, man, this was the first time even on a very personal level, I've seen so many foreign covers for that one song.
Yeah.
Did you have a time just going through everything and...
I did, but then I think after a certain point, I'm just okay, that's enough because there's so many, I can't keep up. And there are so many languages, so many people just sending me covers as well of the same song just to see, look at this. That's crazy.
Man, your phone must have been can I quit already? Battery.
Yeah.
But that's also such a blessing, that led you to being discovered by Amitabh Bachchan's granddaughter.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
yeah.
That Amitabh Bachchan moment. It was a Sunday. The whole social media was 1 minute, they were just scrolling past their news feeds. The next minute, wait, what?
Yeah.
Manike Magehite, Amitabh Bachchan dancing to it. Yo.
Yeah.
Yo. That guy is every
That guy is, exactly.
He's part of our lives.
He's legend. I don't think I'm still over it because it was we never expected that to happen the way it did. So it's still did it really happen or it's just...
It's just so surreal for you.
Yeah.
And man, that Salman Khan moment, that was another moment where everyone's
moment,
Arey bhai, this is on TV, man. This is another childhood Bollywood star.
Yeah.
Did Salman really nail the words in the end?
I mean, but it was a really good try. And what we realized was when we went there, everybody gets Sihi Devi as Sri Devi.
Now, you know what? As a half Indian myself, that was the first thing that came into mind.
Everybody there says Sri Devi. And that's where I was no, it's not Sri Devi, it's Sihi Devi.
And so you struck such a huge chord in every Indian's heart. And, I had a friend go to one of the concerts, the very first one you were performing in India. And oh my God, I heard some major...
What, really?
Yes, a Sri Lankan guy.
Oh.
Yes, he's like one of my friend's brothers. I keep forgetting his name.
I met
but-
some Sri Lankans actually downstairs. Maybe they might, I'm not too sure.
Yeah, he must have been one of those because he was like, my very own. I need to come support her. And so he was there like
That's
from about
amazing.
6 o'clock in the evening till like, I think 1, 2 in the morning.
Okay.
And he was there till the very end of the show. And he was like so taken aback. For him, it was obviously a piece of home.
Yeah,
In
it
India.
was a crazy concert. I think our entire band enjoyed it very much. It was, we were like whether they would respond to Sinhalese music because it's a different language, they don't understand it, but they were enjoying it.
Man, and I love that experience that you brought to them because it felt like something that was also needed
Yeah.
in that Indian market.
Yeah.
So they did the Yohani 2 more times,
Yeah.
3 more times.
3 more actually.
And I heard you guys perform for over 2 hours. Is
Yeah,
that true?
It is true.
That would never happen in Sri Lanka, but India, you definitely got the best of Yohani and the band,
Yeah.
the Lunu band. And so let's get talking about your album. So your first song off the album, Kella, is very emotional. That song.
He wrote it.
Yeah.
What?
Iti Nadare. It's called Iti Nadare, and you want to explain it?
Yeah, I think the when she brought the idea that she wanted to do the album, we were like, okay, that's very interesting because not a lot of people do albums these days, right? We were like, let's go with the flow. But then if you look at her debut Sinhalese, it starts with based on true events and in saying to be continued, and she wanted to continue that. And the entire album is based off of true events of girls, hence Killa. Not necessarily her experiences, but cumulative of experience of girls from all walks of lives. So now usually in an album you have a common genre that is common way of doing an album. The only common thing is about the experiences, but the genres are different, how it's written is different, music is different, each song is different. So I think it will be a very interesting album when you get to hear it. This very first song is about an abusive relationship, I think. But at the same time, she's not trying to dwell more on the fact that it's sad, but it's what it is kind of stance, I think. Yeah.
And that brings us to the all-new single that we'll be releasing on the 12th of November, Moving On.
Moving on.
Man, that is aptly titled, and I feel like there's a theme over here.
Yeah.
So what's that about?
Well, it's he wrote the song again, and this is about, it's a breakup song. It's moving on from a breakup, but I think for us, it's more about moving on from anything in life, like a situation or like.
So at the time when we were writing the song, she was having a little bit of trouble within the industry.
Yeah.
Like which is common, right? The ups and downs, and she didn't have a guy to break up. I don't know whether she did, but definitely wasn't. She wasn't heartbroken, but she was heartbroken about this whole thing. So that I think at that time, moving on was the theme of her life as well.
Yeah.
So I think.
So here we are.
And you channeled all that energy.
Yeah.
So what's that sounding like? Is it going to be like guitar powered? Is it going to be light, reggae? What's the sound there?
It's very dance. It's like it's how do I say? It's a partnership we did with Red Bull Records, who's operating from Los Angeles and UK.
Oh, this is a first time Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
Know that.
Pasan Lianige arranged the track for us, and then we sent it to Brian Malouf, who has worked with Michael Jackson, Queen, Madonna.
So that's a pretty
Yeah.
big repertoire over there for that producer. And man, so it's just going to be sounding like something HOT.
They've been very helpful, and they've been very interesting to work with. I think this is the first time, like you said, a local artist has been picked up by a label at that caliber.
Yes, and that producer too.
Yeah, who mixed and mastered it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So big things, big things. What's not to celebrate over here? 2021 is definitely the year of Yohani, which means I gotta ask this gentleman right here, what are some of the toughest things about managing an artist like Yohani?
Well, I think every artist, I'm not only managing her, every individual comes with a certain set of challenges. The important part of managing anyone is sharing their vision. I think for a greater extent, I have had the pleasure of working with many who are very visionary. That inspires me, especially Yohani. So I think as long as you guys share the vision together, whatever happens in between is immaterial in our opinion. So
I think you smartly answered that, dodging some of the weirder little moments, but hopefully one day we'll get to share it. Like a little, since we're kind of like on limited time here. And what can we expect from the Peta Effect Camp?
A lot actually. We are a bunch of other artists who are very exciting, very fresh.
And then they have their own albums coming out as well.
Yes.
So.
And would you be on some of that work as well?
Yeah, of course.
Of course, yes. It's like a Peta Effect family thing, right?
Yes, I think it is. End of the day, it's individuals making music, but it's very collaborative. Like Yohani wouldn't hesitate to write with another musician, and they'll
write
sit
a melody
and
do a melody. We all just get together and do.
Yeah, and I'm sure with all that experience and all that you've been through this year, I think there's a lot to bring to the table. So I just can't wait till 2021 hits. But before that, 12th of November, and there's going to be a music video to this as well.
Yep.
Shot in Sri Lanka.
Yep.
And this has been an incredible conversation with Delanjan as well as Yohani. I want to just wish you all the very best, you guys.
Thank you
and
so
here's
much.
to seeing you two do more and more for the music scene of Sri Lanka as well as individually, because I feel like your journeys, we can take a lot out of it as like a growing scene, and what's not to love about that. And also, thank you for the music, the dedication, the fact that you two are so committed to bringing like your A-notch games every single time to the table. Thank you for doing what you do, you guys.
Thank you for inviting us.
Thank you for inviting us.
Jai Weva.
Yes, 101.